The Vikings travel to the Georgia Dome to take on the Atlanta Falcons Sunday. The Vikings have a 3-2 record on the road, facing a free-falling Falcons team, mouthful, that hasn't won a game since Week 7, going 0-3 with a bye week caked in there. Atlanta may have lost Devontae Freeman with a concussion in Sunday's game. The Vikings are second in the league with fewest points per game, but the Falcons are fourth in yards per game and eighth in points per game. However, the Atlanta Falcons have a solid defense, ranked 12th in points per game, led by Coach Dan Quinn. Minnesota's running back Adrian Peterson is first in the NFL with 1,006 rushing yards, but he'll be facing a Falcons team that ranks first against the rush and third in yards per attempt. In this game, it'll come down to turnovers. The Atlanta Falcons are tied for 9th in the league in interceptions and tied for 6th in fumbles, but they still have a difference of -1, which is insane. If you're forcing that many takeaways, you shouldn't be at a -1, and the difference is because the giveaways have been too high. Matt Ryan in his last 4 games has 6 interceptions, and that simply just won't do. However, they're playing a Vikings team that's tied for 24th in takeaways themselves. Perhaps this is a game where the Falcons can get back in the win column. The Vikings are looking for their 4th consecutive road win, which would be the longest for Minnesota since 1998. With all that said, I think it'll end up being a defensive matchup that can go either way, depending on who really gives up the more turnovers. And in that instance, I'm going to take Minnesota in that game. In our second of 3 game predictions, a Super Bowl rematch in the afternoon as the Pittsburgh Steelers travel to the Emerald City to take on the Seattle Seahawks. In Super Bowl 40, the Steelers scored 2 touchdowns in the second half to take a close and arguably controversial game against the team from Seattle. Since then, these teams have met twice, with the Steelers lighting up the Seahawks in Pittsburgh in 2007 and 2011. Both these teams have been beat up with injuries this season, with both their running backs that are starters being hurt. Le'Veon Bell is gone, and Marshawn Lynch is gone until December. It has led up to some guys needing to step up. For Seattle, it would be the young guys like Thomas Rawls and Tyler Lockett. For Pittsburgh, it's been some of the older guys like D'Angelo Williams. Oddly enough, the Seahawks are actually ranked second in the NFL in defense. However, it is how they perform in the second half that is the question. The Legion of Boom hasn't been very good this season. They've had to bench players like Kerry Williams. The Steelers' run defense has been solid, but their pass defense has left a lot to be desired, and they've been fairly questionable, ranked 28th in pass defense. Against a weak Seattle offensive line, the Steelers are either going to have to get to quarterback Russell Wilson or contain him in the pocket. The Steelers are really good in the fourth quarter, averaging 8.32 yards per play in the final stanza. So Seattle's pass defense is not necessarily good either. So you're looking at 2 teams that have obvious strengths and obvious weaknesses. Both these teams have obvious flaws that can hurt them down the stretch, like the Seattle Seahawks play call and passing game and the Steelers pass defense. However, I think Seattle has a little bit more of a balanced game versus Pittsburgh that may have to rely more heavily on the pass against a team that defensively has had some good moments. I'll take Seattle in this one. Seattle's a -4 favorite according to OddsShark, even though I don't particularly agree. I think this game probably should be at even odds at this point. I think it's probably going to be probably less than a touchdown difference between these 2 teams at the end of the day. So for that game, I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks. And in our third game, we have New England and Denver. A rematch of the 2013 AFC title game as the New England Patriots take on the Denver Broncos at Sports Authority Field at Mile High for a matchup on Sunday Night Football. The Patriots beat the Bills on Monday night amidst several officiating faux pas. The Patriots are 10-0 for the second time in franchise history. And since 1966, 9 of the 15 teams that started 10-0 made the Super Bowl, with 6 of them winning it all. Also looking at you, the Carolina Panthers. The Patriots are working with a short week, and on Sunday night, it's not Manning v. Brady 17, it's Osweiler v. Brady 1. The Pats can clinch a 7th division crown with a win and a Jets loss against the Miami Dolphins. The Patriots, though, are licking their wounds. No Julian Edelman, no Danny Amendola, no Aaron Dobson, and no Dion Lewis. Tom Brady said, yeah, we've lost a lot of guys, and we've lost quite a few guys in the last 3 weeks. So I think we'll just keep fighting and figure out ways to win, and it's good to win against a good defense. He was speaking on his game against the Buffalo Bills. He also said, quote, any way you can get these wins, I think, is a positive. And Tom Brady is right. The Patriots have found ways to step up. They rank third in total offense behind the Arizona Cardinals and behind the New Orleans Saints and Arizona Cardinals, compared to the Denver Broncos' 24th best offense. However, they face a Denver defense that ranks first in the league, which has also helped them hold a 3-game lead in the AFC West over Kansas City. Brock Osweiler played well enough against the Bears. No turnovers for the first time on offense this season either. The question now is, can a young quarterback born in Coeur d'Alene and raised in Kalispell hold his own against the Patriots under the lights? And in this one, I don't think we'll see a Patriots team lighting it up. But if the Patriots can limit the Broncos' good field position after battling that defense, for example, if the Patriots punt, will the Broncos be behind the 40-yard line? They should be in a good position if they can accomplish that and limit the Broncos' good field position. Because I don't think Brock Osweiler right now is ready / good enough right now to get them over the hump against the Patriots on the big stage. Because, again, the Broncos are going to have to also ask themselves, can they get another 100-yard performance from any of the running backs like Ronnie Hillman did last week? That might be more of a key. The Patriots, their defense is middling, ranked 15th in the league and 21st against the pass. Maybe Osweiler might be able to pass against them, because against the run, the Patriots are second in the NFL. But because of all this, when you lay the game out on paper, I'm going to have to go with the New England Patriots over the Denver Broncos. And here are the rest of our predictions for the